Hi, we are going to be talking about the perimeter and circumference of notes. We've already talked about perimeter. We know that's the distance around something. And so to find the perimeter of any polygon, you're going to add up all the sides. The formula for the perimeter of a rectangle is to add up all the sides, or you know that you've got two equal lengths and two equal widths. So you're going to say perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. You're adding them together. Circumference is the same thing as perimeter. It's just the distance around a circle. And we have to treat it a little bit different because it is a different shape. Okay, it's not made up of lines. The formula for the circumference of a circle is going to be C equals pi d. That means circumference equals pi times the diameter. And we know that the diameter is the line that goes all the way through the center line from one edge of the circle to the next edge, to the opposite edge. Sometimes it only gives us the radius, which is half from the point of one side of the circle to the center of the circle. If that happens, we have to double the radius in order to get the diameter and multiply that by pi. So it would be circumference equals pi times 2 times the radius, which will give us the diameter. For your pi, you can use 3.14 or 22 over 7. These are going to be equivalent, these are equivalent. This is just rounded to the nearest hundredth. You're going to make sure you know which one that they want you to use, either the fraction or the 3.14. Here I've got, let's change my boards here a minute. I want to go over this and say find the circumference of the circles, and you're going to use 3.14 for pi here. The first one is 6 inches. This is the diameter because it reaches both opposite sides of the circle and goes through the center. And I know that what we were saying before, the circumference is going to equal to pi times the diameter. So this is going to be 3.14, and the diameter is 6. And I've already used my calculator to do this. You could do it you could just do it multiply it out, or use your calculator. We're able to use our calculator in these. It's going to be 18.84 hundredths inches squared, because we are talking, inches. We're not talking area, we're talking just the distance around the circle. The second one is got the radius. Now, in order to find a diameter, I have to double it. So I know that the diameter is going to go all the way across. So if this part is 9 centimeters, I know that this part is 9 centimeters, which is going to add up everything to 18 centimeters for the diameter. So now I can put in there circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. That is going to be 3.14 times the diameter is 18, and that will equal, and I've already done it on a calculator, 56.52 centimeters. And because I'm talking circumference here, that is the distance around, it's just going to be in centimeters. Now, this also gives me, it's just at a little funny angle, this also is going to give me the diameter. So I know that I'm going to write it down again. The circumference is pi times the diameter. Circumference is going to be 3.14 because that's what they have told me to use for pi, times 13. And when I multiply that out, I'm going to get 40.82 centimeters. And that is the circumference around this particular, around this particular circle. What I want you to do is I want you to try these. You can pause the video, and then you can come back, and I will have your answers up here for you. Remember, you're looking for the diameter. This is the radius. All right, let's look at number 1. I know that I have got to extend this line to give me the diameter. So if this is 7 centimeters, that's 7 centimeters, the whole thing, or the whole diameter, is going to give me 14 centimeters. And that's the circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. Now that I have the diameter, I'm going to say 3.14 times 14, and that's going to equal to a circumference of 43.96 feet. Oops, I'm sorry about that, centimeters. All right, the next one is in feet, and it is 8 feet. It does give us the diameter. So circumference is equal to pi times diameter. It might seem a little old to keep writing this, but I want you to get used to writing the formula so you don't forget it. That's going to be 3.14 times 8 is going to equal to 52.2. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's going to be equal to 25.12 feet. And I'm not squaring it because I'm finding the distance around it. The next one, same equation. Circumference equals pi times the diameter. I know that pi is 3.14. Diameter is going to be 1.5 feet. I'm going to multiply those together, and I'm going to get 4.71 feet. And that is the circumference of this particular circle. Hope you got them all right. We're going to be doing some in class.